You're watching Inside Durango News, your source for information about what's going on in Southwest Colorado. Sponsored by Fast Signs of Durango. More than fast, more than signs. Fast Signs.
Welcome to this week's edition of Inside Durango News. I'm Ashley Dixon. This week we'll look at a city proposal to raise water and sewer rates in 2014, how local kids fared at the middle school Knowledge Bowl competition at Miller earlier this month, and what kind of activities are planned for downtown for the holiday season. But first, we'll go solar. Plata County homeowners looking to make the switch to solar energy now have an opportunity to harness the power of the sun without breaking the bank. Members of the Solarize La Plata organization recently invited some 100 homeowners to an informative meeting about the ins and outs of solar energy and what incentives are being offered locally. Put on in part by the Four Corners Office of Resource Efficiency, or 4Corps for short, the push for more solar homes in La Plata County is loosely based on a program that was adopted by the U.S. Department of Energy. Once thought of as a luxury for only the affluent, advances in solar technology, along with federal tax incentives and renewable energy credits through the La Plata Electric Association, are making it more appealing than ever to make the switch. Through LPEA, those county residents who go solar can earn up to $300 in rebates per each installed kilowatt that their solar panel generates. Pair that with 30% federal renewable energy tax credits, and you see where the numbers start to work in a homeowner's favor. Director of 4Corps Greg Dubit recounts his own personal doubts about being able to install solar panels on his home on the 4Corps blog, stating that once he had done the math and calculated the exact return on his investment, the decision was easy. Homeowners who capitalize on partnering with the Solarize La Plata organization can look forward to competitive pricing on solar installations, local loans, and access to local contractors. Plus, the idea of finding safety in numbers opens up access to a lot of local support and information. According to the 4Corps website, case studies in other communities have shown a 20 to 40% discount on solar installations for participants through this program. In addition, it would provide jobs and spur the market for ongoing growth in the local solar industry. But before you jump into going solar, there are a few assessments that will need to be done to your home to ensure that the process works efficiently. 4Corps offers an energy assessment to see where your home currently stands in terms of efficiency, so you reduce the risk of installing solar only to have it not meet your current energy demands. Those interested in participating in the program are encouraged to do their research, and residents can learn more online at 4corps.org. On the website, you will also find an upcoming calendar of open houses where residents can stop in and learn more about the program while seeing the results firsthand. On Saturday, November 16th, the Winslow Leftwich residents at 235 Oak Road in Rafter J will be featured from 2 to 4 p.m., with another open house scheduled at the Pauls Bear residence at 7852 County Road 203 from noon to 2 p.m. No reservations are necessary. The time to talk turkey is almost upon us here in Durango, and as has been the tradition for more than 26 years, the annual Thanksgiving Community Dinner is set to take over the La Plata County Fairgrounds on November 28th. The community dinner is free and open to anyone in La Plata County, regardless of economic status. In years past, the event has fed up to 800 people who come to dine on turkey with all the fixings and sit side by side with all walks of life from throughout the community. Sponsored in part by a host of local churches, the dinner is consistently supported by local businesses and restaurants who choose to either donate food or the use of their kitchens in the days prior to the event. While the dinner will never turn anyone away, the list of volunteers usually outweighs the actual need for help, and those looking to donate their time or services need to jump on it if they want to get in on the action. Those interested in volunteering this year can email the director of the community dinner, Mary Ralph, at mtralph@stcolumbacatholic.org. Durango is a town with more than 400 nonprofit organizations, meaning there is no shortage of ways to give back locally. Those already planning to go big at the grocery store this holiday season can give back to the La Plata Family Center Coalition through the City Market Cares campaign, where a small percentage of the money you spend at the two local Durango City Market grocery stores will go directly back to the families of those that work with the center. All you need is to submit your name and your City Market savings card to Jenny at lpfcc.org. The Manna Soup Kitchen expects to serve more than 70,000 people in La Plata County this year, and the holidays are always a time where they see an increase in demand. Manna accepts donations of time, food, and money, and more information and ways to volunteer can be found on their website at mannasoupkitchen.org. Operating out of Bodo Park, the Durango Food Bank distributes food upon request from more than 30 local agencies and is always looking for donations. Several local business partners partner with the food bank throughout the season, and this year, Natural Grocers by Vitamin Cottage will match all donations made at their location dollar for the month of November and December. Local radio station 99X has also partnered with the Durango Food Bank for their 11th annual Stuff the Bus food drive on November 23rd from noon to 4 p.m. outside of Walmart. Donations of non-perishable food items will go directly to the food bank to be distributed throughout the holiday season to residents here in Durango. Looks like you can fight City Hall after all. That was the results from the November 5th election indicated with the repeal of the so-called city bag ban ordinance. 56% of Durango voters elected to repeal the ordinance, which would have charged shoppers 10 cents for every paper or plastic grocery bag that they used from Walmart, Albertsons, or City Market. The City Council adopted the ordinance in August, but it immediately raised the ire of residents who then collected enough signatures to place an initiative on the ballot to repeal the ordinance. Although voters overturned the City Council's measure, proponents of the bag fee say that they will be back.
We're going to carry on with some community education efforts. We had great interaction with school kids at Miller, at Needham, at Fort Lewis. We had an intern from Durango High. We had the interest of youth, and it is their future that we're deciding on today, and it is our responsibility to make good decisions for them. Education is great. There's also a place for legislation, and it could be back. The issue will with zero waste goals, as far as the city, I understand having within a sustainability plan that is in draft form, it will be back as an issue because we have to do something.
Voters also defeated Amendment 66, the state referendum that proposed to raise income tax rates to fund public education. In an interview with Inside Durango News before the election, Durango School District 9R Superintendent Dan Snowberger said the district will have to make significant cuts to its budget if Amendment 66 failed. Over the past 5 years, 9R has lost $4.5 million in revenues. The next round of cuts will be even more difficult, he said. A community finance committee will help the district identify where to trim the $1.6 million from the budget. One area the district will be able to cut costs will be on administrative support for the school board. Voters agreed to reduce the number of board members from 7 to 5, although all current board members will serve their full terms. Voters also elected new board members, including Nancy Stubbs to District E, Kim Martin to District F, and Mick Souter to District G. Voters re-elected Stephanie Moran in District B, as well as current board vice president Andy Burns in District C. Board consolidation was also the result of an approval for ballot question 2A, with Durango voters opting to merge 3 existing fire districts into one governing body, the Durango Fire Protection District. 84% of the voters also voted in favor of entering a 15-year contract with the newly formed district, governing by one board with 7 members. The move towards consolidation will ease strains on the budget and make for a more streamlined governing system for emergency services from here on out. And lastly, a 25% tax on recreational marijuana passed with 65% of the vote through Proposition AA. Last year, Colorado voters approved Amendment 64, which allowed for retail marijuana outlets to open up shop in January 2014. And now those looking to purchase will be hit with a 15% wholesale excise tax and a 10% retail sales tax. Under Proposition AA, the first $40 million generated by the imposed tax will go directly to improving the infrastructure of Colorado public schools, although critics question whether the newly formed market will be large enough to generate that much in tax revenue. A portion of the tax dollars generated through Proposition AA will also go towards funding a regulatory structure for retail marijuana, thus making it a more legitimate and mainstream industry. You may see a slight increase in your water and sewer utility bills in 2014. The City of Durango has proposed to raise water and sewage usage rates by 5% next year to pay for maintenance and improvements on the water and sewage infrastructure. A public hearing has been set for November 19th before the Durango City Council. In his executive summary for the 2014 city budget, Manager Ron LeBlanc said the increases are required to address deficiencies in the sewer's water and sewer system. Much of the infrastructure was built in the 1950s, and a 50-year lifespan is what it has, he says. Planned improvements include replacement of existing water and sewer mains and upgrades to the water treatment facility. The fee increase will also cover increased costs associated with stricter sewage collection and wastewater treatment regulations, along with increased maintenance costs for both systems. The city of Durango distributes 3.8 million gallons of potable water and treats nearly 2 million gallons of wastewater every single day. During the past 5 years, Durango has reported 13 incidents of sewer overflows, 5 of which dumped raw sewage into the Animas River. The worst violation occurred in July 2011 when the estimated 300,000 gallons of raw sewage gushed into the river from a structure just north of the skate park. As a result of that incident, the city of Durango signed a consent order with the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment in February 2013, agreeing to install on-site electrical generators at 3 major sewage pump stations along the Animas River to avoid sewage overflow during an electrical outage. A family of 4 uses about 6,000 gallons of water a month for an average bill of $55 a month. The proposed fee hike would increase the average residential water and sewer bill to less than $3 a month or $36 additional a year. There's a National Day of Observance for just about everything, including a day to clean out your refrigerator. Seriously. National Clean Out Your Refrigerator Day is on Friday, November 15th, and all sorts of food sites on the internet are promoting it as a day to get rid of all your nearly empty jars of pickles, the fuzzy veggies in your crispy drawer, and all the other assorted nasties that can seem to make their way to the trash. Whirlpool is believed to have started National Clean Out Your Refrigerator Day in the early 1990s as a Thanksgiving promotion. It makes sense. Get rid of all your old stuff to make room for Thanksgiving and holiday dinners and all of those leftovers that come with it. After you've cleaned out your fridge and started loading it up with new food, reminder for the following food safety tips from the federal government food safety website. Set the temperature between 37 and 40 degrees. Use the top shelf, the least cold part of the fridge, for juice, beer, wine, soda, and water. The middle shelf has the most consistent temperature, so use that for eggs in their original cartons and leftovers. The lowest shelf is the coldest and should be used for milk, raw meat, and other cooked meats. Never mix fruit and vegetables in the same drawer. Fruits give off gases that cause veggies to rot more quickly. Thaw frozen meats in the fridge, not on the counter or in the sink full of water. And remember to give that Thanksgiving turkey plenty of time to thaw out. A 20-pound turkey can take up to 5 days to thaw thoroughly in the fridge before it hits the roasting pan. And finally, if you don't plan to lose your leftovers within 3 or 4 days, consider freezing them. Leftovers left in the fridge are more likely to go bad, developing foodborne illness. Details about how long to keep stored food will keep your fridge clean and will help for more safety. Now that we've provided you with all sorts of food-related trivia, you'll want to stay tuned for our next feature on some real trivia experts after the break.
Like Inside Durango TV on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
For natural and organic vitamins and supplements and health and beauty products, there's no better place than Nature's Oasis. We offer an experienced staff, nutrition and supplement education, and exclusive products. Nature's Oasis, home to the largest selections of vitamins and supplements in the Four Corners region.
All aboard the Polar Express.
Well, you coming?
Magic carpet on a wheel.
Never takes a rest.
Flying through the mountains and the snow. With only sea
And lots to eat.
boys is the best.
Because that's the way things happen on the Polar Express. May I present the North Pole?
Give your family a reason to believe. DurangoTrain.com.
Welcome back to Inside Durango News. I'm Ashley Dixon. Whether they tackled popular culture, history, or math, these middle school trivia whizzes at the annual Knowledge Bowl competition on November 9th knew their stuff.
Team B. Grass is correct.
It may not be Jeopardy, but the annual Knowledge Bowl competition for middle school students in southwest Colorado still had some pretty tough questions, like who was the ill-fated explorer accused of treason? It was Vasco Núñez de Balboa, the first European to see the Pacific Ocean after crossing the Isthmus of Panama. Or what kind of machine is illustrated by a claw? Unfortunately, no one had the right response because teams hit the buzzer before the moderator had finished the question. The example was a claw hammer, the answer a lever. More than 85 kids representing 7 teams from Pagosa Springs, Ignacio, Bayfield, and Durango participated in the competition on November 9th at Miller Middle School. The contest began with a written test followed by several rounds of oral questions from a moderator. 3 teams competed in each round, and any one team member could hit the buzzer to answer the question. Each round included 40 questions ranging from science and math to arts, literature, and history. Math questions seemed to be the hardest for the competitors. Remember those pesky word problems from math class when you were a kid? They're even harder when you have to listen to the question and solve the equation under pressure. And here's the tricky part. Once a team buzzed in to answer, team members weren't allowed to talk to one another, but hand signals were definitely permitted, making for a lively, if not silent, event. Contestants say the hard work and preparation are worth the effort.
Kind of just do as many as we can, so at least some of it sticks.
Who won the competition? Escalante Middle School took top honors, followed by Miller Middle School.
Thank you, both of you.
If they keep that up, we could be looking at some future candidates on Jeopardy! Next, we introduce a new segment to Inside Durango News. Intrepid reporter Shawn Fergusson takes to the streets to find out what's on the minds of Durango residents this November.
Hey, this is Shawn Fergusson for IDTV, and this is Durango Rants. Did you?
I'm a little bummed that the plastic bag ordinance didn't pass.
What are you ranting about this week?
I'm not ranting. Why would you rant? We live in a great place. Life is good.
Yeah.
So you do have a rant.
Yeah, I'm a little mad about that.
I can't take it anymore. There's too many beautiful days in Durango. I need a cloudy day.
But I think it made people aware, and hopefully people will be taking just personal responsibility to not be using the plastic bags. That's for the good of everybody. And living in Durango, it seems like we all are trying to be sustainable and do everything good for our environment. And what's 10 cents?
Well, because I just feel like that's a little bit of pushing over the limits in terms of what people have the right to do.
If you can't bring a bag, just stick it in your purse, right?
Exactly.
Did you vote this week?
Actually, I didn't, and shame on me, but yeah.
We're finding out that it's a common thread that a lot of people that we've talked to.
So I don't think you get the right to rant unless you vote.
That was pretty much the rub, is that only the 3 biggest grocers in town were going to be assessed that tax.
Exactly. Just wrong.
Oh, ranting, always rant.
I think what annoys me is how many signs we have to have on Main Street. I mean, count them. Go up and down one block, you're going to find 100 signs. And if there weren't enough already, they had to start sticking them on the sidewalk and in the middle of the road. Signs. There must be like a team of people who have no purpose in life other than to put signs up.
I think they should legalize marijuana nationwide.
Nationwide. So you voted for legalizing it in Colorado, I assume?
Absolutely.
What do you think of the bag fee ordinance?
Bag fee ordinance. I think it turned out about like it needed to. It's good that people said something and had their day in court, but they lost.
Don't rant. Ranting's no good.
Well, that's it for this edition of Durango Rants. For IDTV News, I'm Shawn Fergusson.
Look for our next episode of Spill It with reporter Shawn Fergusson in December. After the break, we'll visit with Tim Walsworth from the Durango Business Improvement District to tell us about all the special events and holidays promotions that are coming up in the near future.
Whether you make your plans over a barbed wire fence or over wireless internet, if you're coming from the stockyard or the stock exchange, Durango is right at home at the Diamond Bell, timeless and timely.
The Sporting News Grill at the new Holiday Inn and Suites of Durango is now open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, featuring a full-service restaurant and bar with 11 HD TVs. It's a great venue for family and sports fanatics alike. The Sporting News Grill. Stop in and let us show you our game face.
The local pub is a tradition dear to the heart of any town. Durango's local pub is the Irish Embassy, a favorite with locals for breakfast, dinner, or just a pint with friends. With a traditional Irish menu and all your favorite brews on tap. The Irish Embassy, Durango.
Today, Dad's moving into Sunshine Gardens.
We're all really excited.
You sure are a hit around here. Woo!
And once he's settled in, I'm sure he'll come out of his shell.
I hear they even have a happy hour. How about that?
Oh, I think he's going to like it here just fine.
You know, honey, I think you're right.
Meet Dan. He owned a dog biscuit company, but Dan wanted more. So Fast Signs created a plan to raise Dan's business visibility. Now Dan has more sales, more stores, more of the good life. And more is what Fast Signs delivers. More than fast, more than signs.
Welcome back to Inside Durango News. I'm Ashley Dixon. This week in our studio we have Tim Walsworth. He's the Executive Director with the Durango Business Improvement District. And you are about to be a really busy guy because the holidays are definitely a time where you guys have a lot of events.
Well, that's right. The Business Improvement District is funded by a mill levy on commercial properties in downtown Durango and on North Main. And we do a lot of work with those funds to improve business conditions. We have several kind of annual programs, beautification work. We do a visitor's map, a lot of communication and advocacy, and then we focus a lot on events, and there's a ton of events in our community, especially at the holiday time. And so we do an annual marketing campaign called Holidazzle, and it is about to start right now. We're doing it in partnership this year with Noel Night.
Very nice. So these are things that Durango locals always look forward to, but for someone new to Durango, what does all of this entail? Because it's a lot.
It is. There's a lot of stuff. Holidazzle bids program, it focuses on events, and there are nearly 60 events this year that we have collected as a way to drive traffic to our downtown and our North Main businesses. So that's 60 reasons to come downtown or up on North Main. We do a partnership this year with Noel Night, which is one of those events. Noel Night is the single biggest shopping day in Durango every single year. So some of the examples of the Holidazzle events include the Thanksgiving Farmers Market at the fairgrounds, the Polar Express train, one of the favorites for the whole holiday season, the Festival of Trees at the Train Museum. There's Singing with Santa on November 29th at Buckley Park, where we light up the community Christmas tree. So there's just a ton of events and all these great reasons to come to the downtown area.
So you could technically fill up your whole calendar for the latter part of November and December and never have to go outside of Plata County,
It's actually true year-round, in my opinion. There's literally two or three things to do every day of the year. Holidazzle also has another neat component where this year 61 businesses have agreed to participate in gift drawings. So if a customer goes in the store, they can put their name in a little gift drawing box, and the total amount of the gifts that are put together are over $6,800.
Wow.
Including a trip to Hawaii given away by Derailed
See,
Poorhouse.
I could use something like that in my life, so you just got me.
I know. So that's the Holidazzle part of it. A lot of events, reasons to come downtown in these gift drawings. But I'd also like to talk about Noel Night.
Okay.
Again, the single biggest shopping night in Durango. This is put together by another organization called Local First, and they share a similar mission with BID, improve business conditions and shop locally. Noel Night has nearly 90 merchants participating this year. It's on Friday, December 6th. It's all day. It's not just night.
Oh,
it's all
okay.
day, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And there are discounts, deals, specials, food and drink, entertainment in these 90 shops that are around town. A couple of examples. Mountain Bike Specialist, if you go in there on Friday, December 6th, when you get your purchases, you can spin the wheel of discounts to determine how much you get off. It's kind of fun. Duranglers, another great downtown business. Any purchase on that day, you get entered into a drawing for a guided fly fishing trip for two.
Oh, nice.
I'm sure that's something you would like to do.
I just want to win all the trips. That's kind of what's going on here.
And then just discounts galore. I've seen the list: 10%, 20%, 30%, even 40% off in some of these stores.
That's awesome.
So it's a great day to get your holiday shopping done for sure. And you can get all the details on the Noel Night website, which is noelnightdurango.com.
Now, is there going to be a list on that website of all the participating businesses?
They'll have all of them on there and their specific special that they are offering. So a lot of people will kind of plan their day or their evening out for how they're going to shop.
I was just going to say I'm going to have to skip work because this sounds like a full day of shopping.
Yeah, you can also, there'll be an insert that we're Noel Night and Holidazzle are jointly producing in the Herald. It'll be in the Herald, the Cortez Journal, the Dolores Star, the Mancos Times right before Thanksgiving, and then again right before Noel Night that'll feature everything, all the Holidazzle events, all the gift drawings, and all the Noel Night participants.
Awesome. So for people looking to get more information, where's the one-stop shop place you're sending them to just get everything that the Business Improvement District is doing?
DowntownDurango.org is BID's website, downtowndurango.org. And again, just for Noel Night, go to noelnightdurango.com.
Very nice. Well, thanks, Tim. And now I have to put together all my shopping lists because I have a lot of shopping to do.
Make your plans.
I guess. Got to
I'm
shop.
on your list.
Got to shop local. That is definitely one thing. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we've got your weekly events.
Like Inside Durango TV on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
For natural and organic vitamins and supplements and health and beauty products, there's no better place than Nature's Oasis. We offer an experienced staff, nutrition and supplement education, and exclusive products. Nature's Oasis, home to the largest selections of vitamins and supplements in the Four Corners region.
All aboard the Polar Express.
Well, you're coming? Never takes a rest. And lots to eat. Because that's the way things happen on the Polar Express. May I present the North Pole?
Give your family a reason to believe. DurangoTrain.com.
Come check out what's new at the Ute Mountain Casino Hotel and Resort. We now have single and double deck blackjack games. Enjoy our King of the Cage boxing events year-round at our events center. If you're on the go, take a break at the new Ute Mountain Travel Center. With our valet service, you can arrive in style and get right into the action. Visit us for our Saturday prime rib buffet and our seafood buffet on Fridays. With the largest gaming floor in the area, Ute Mountain Casino Hotel and Resort has all the great games you love to play. Watch more at DurangoTV.com.
Welcome back to Inside Durango News. I'm Ashley Dixon here with your weekly updates. Kids in Bayfield are ready to show the rest of La Plata County that they take care of their own through the No Kid Hungry Share Our Strength program. Bayfield Elementary School kids are conducting a food drive for the new Bayfield Kids for Kids Snack Pack project to provide weekend and holiday supply of nutritious food for kids when school lunch or breakfast is not available. Happening now through November 22nd, residents are asked to donate healthy snacks like granola, trail mix, instant oatmeal, and soup mixes at collection boxes located in the Bayfield Elementary School foyer, the Pine River Library, the La Plata Family Center's Bayfield office at 357 North Mountain View Drive. BK4K is a project of the La Plata Family Center Coalition, so for more information, you can call them at 884-4747. Award-winning playwright Danny Mitterrando is returning to the Fort Lewis College Theater Department this year with a newly commissioned work. The 2010 Edward Albee Fellow, Danny is one of the New York stage's brightest new lights, and his new work, Sun and Room, is set to take the stage at the FLC Gallery Theater on November 14th, 15th, and 16th at 7:30 p.m. The performance is free for students with valid ID. Those looking to purchase tickets can log on to DurangoConcerts.com to buy them in advance. If a taste of Native cuisine is more to your liking, then the Southern Ute Cultural Center and Museum will host the 3rd annual Native Cuisine and Culture Expo from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday, November 16th at the museum. Tickets are available at Maria's Bookshop and the Dancing Spirit Gallery in Ignacio, or you can always call the museum at 563-9583 for more information. Also honoring Native American Heritage Month will be a screening of the Rocky Mountain PBS documentary, The Original Coloradans, starting at 6 p.m. on Monday, November 18th in room 130 Noble Hall at Fort Lewis College. Executive producer and director Julie Spear will be on hand to introduce the 30-minute program, which focuses on the Ute Nation as the original residents of Colorado. A panel discussion will follow the film. Fort Lewis College football wraps up the season with a game against Black Hills State College starting at noon on Saturday, November 16th at the Ray Dennison Memorial Stadium. And for a preview of the game and a look back at the season, join head coach John L. Smith for lunch at the Red Snapper at 11:30 a.m. on Friday, November 15th. Volleyball fans can get in 2 more games this weekend with the Skyhawks matching up against New Mexico Highlands University on Friday and CSU Pueblo on Saturday. Both matches start at 7 p.m. in the Whalum Gymnasium. And that wraps up this week's edition. We invite you to send us your comments or story ideas to info@DurangoTV.com. In the meantime, join us next week on Thursday, November 21st. And remember, just watch us. You'll like what you see.
Tune in weekly to watch a new edition of Inside Durango News, your source for information about what's going on in Southwest Colorado. Inside Durango News has been brought to you by Fast Signs of Durango. More than fast, more than signs. Fast Signs. Inside Durango TV is locally produced by Fast Forward Media. Visit the scenic town of Silverton and take a Jeep tour through the heart of the majestic San Juan Mountains with San Juan Backcountry Tours. Visitors can get behind the wheel and explore the mountain roads on their own, or sit back on guided tours that take you through the rich history of the area, including the ghost town Animas Forks. You can rent a Jeep, ATV, dirt bike, or we can take you on a guided tour in one of our open-top Suburbans. Enjoy the spectacular scenery from 9,000 feet all the way to 13,000 feet in elevation. The San Juans have many scenic routes and four-wheel drive passes to explore, and our experienced staff can provide maps and suggest the best routes to get you where you want to go. We guarantee you a fun and memorable experience. Come explore the historic sights and beautiful scenery of the San Juan Mountains at San Juan Backcountry Tours.
It's time for rejuvenation with luxurious healing waters, breathtaking views, and lavish spa treatments at the Springs Resort and Spa in Pagosa Springs. Stay at the new EcoLux Hotel and enjoy 24-hour access to our 23 unique pools by the river. Indoors, relax in the hotel and enjoy therapeutic services at the spa. It's time for rejuvenation at the Springs Resort and Spa in Pagosa Springs.